What's up, nerds? Phoenix from Phoenix TV here on the Phoenix Craft server at the end of the Ender. Except there's no Enderman in the Ender. So like I said last week, today I'm going to build the spawning platform that'll push him down into here to where this thing's actually effective. But because the actual spawning platform doesn't take super long to build, in all honesty, it's just really kind of dangerous, but it's not super complicated. I'm going to pair that up with making a little pathway through the end. That way if anyone wants to come in here, use that, and then leave, it's not a thing where you have to walk with your head down and hope for the best. It should be pretty safe, pretty straightforward, not too dangerous. Let me kill this Enderman, just because it seems like a good thing to do. But after I kill this guy, I will pop into my build world, my creative build world, and show you what I have in mind for these materials right here. Specifically, this is what I have in mind. I know this is just abusing the fact that I have quite a bit of purpur and the fact that it's in the end, but I think it's solid. I like how these end rods actually produce light, so I don't have to put any torches down. And I think it's a pretty straightforward, basic, solid enough way to get a pathway to and through, or through the end. As for the spawning platform, in case you're wondering, it's going to look something like this. Now there's these up here so they can't spawn, but the idea is that they'll spawn in these areas on a pressure plate and they'll get pushed down into that area you saw previously, except way below them. Obviously there's quite a few things there you can't see, like the vines in there, because it's kind of hard to see anything with all those Endermen in there. But you're going to get the idea, is just imagine all these guys much lower. And this thing way higher, probably where you'll never see it. So with that being said, I'm going to start with this pathway in case I need to run out of the end for any reason. And then I'll work on trying not to fall to my death from like 30 or 40 blocks up on this thing. So let's get back to the server. And here I am back on the server in the end. I went ahead and carved out the path that I intend to fill in. It was way more in stone than I was really expecting. But I went ahead and carved out the area. I believe I've got the stairs as I want them in, because it's kind of hard to figure out how the stairs would work exactly. But I think I got it figured out, other than I'm missing a few right here. Shame on me. Yeah, this should cover it pretty much all the way to the portal. Now I've just got to throw in a whole bunch of these slabs. Hope I have enough. And then I'll work on the roof from there. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have enough slabs after taking out all these, all this end stone along the way. But this should get me pretty far. Let's see how far it gets me, and then I'll let you know just how dead in the water I am. So I went ahead and placed in all the blocks I had, and even set up the end rods about where I want them. From here, I've just got to throw in a few more slabs on the ground. And I went ahead and picked up all the rest of my purpur from my storage. It's not a tiny amount, but once I throw in these last few blocks here, I should be able to commence work on the ceiling. Which hopefully shouldn't take too long. And we can commence to, you know, being able to get in and out pretty quick and easy. Here we go, last few blocks. They're going well so far. I haven't... There's the first screw up. This runs right into that, so I don't have to worry about walking backwards out of here. There we go. There we go. There's my other... I'm losing my ability to block. There we go. Let's throw in these, and there's the floor. Now, for the ceiling. Not going to do that on camera. At least not as much as I just did there, but I'm going to go ahead and throw in the ceiling, and I'll come back once it's done, or if something significant happens. In a situation I fear is going to happen way too often, I'm going to be accidentally looking at a lot of Endermen, and we have to figure out a way to fight them. So far, that seems the most effective strategy, as long as I can get down at least one line of this stuff. Ugh, I have a feeling this is going to be a long... much longer than expected process. And there we have it. I've got the complete roof in. It's plenty enough to protect me from if I accidentally look at an Enderman, because he can't walk in here, he can't teleport in here that I'm aware of. This is a pretty safe way to travel through the end once you decide to come in here. Now, the next thing on the agenda, very obviously, is to go over to the Ender and proceed to build up 43 blocks. I rechecked the video to make sure I got this information right. No squid fail this time around. 43 blocks straight up, and then build a platform, and then build a little bit of redstone around it. I expect it to go alright, but you know, anything can happen. So hopefully I don't die to my death. But if I do, hopefully you'll be here to laugh at my pain. So let me collect all these things. I believe I'm best suited to try and climb up here if I can not be dumb. There we go. Nope. Let's try it again. There we go. And now, let's run to the far end. Well, actually, after all this effort, I might as well just go ahead and go to the platform and pillar up from there. So, anyway, I'm going to climb way up there and start laying down the wiring and important bits. Hopefully this doesn't kill me to death. I expect it will, though. And now that I'm all the way up here, it's time to lay this ring of death and uncertainty. It should be this shape. This is the 3 to go around there. This is the corner. And yeah, this is very precarious. At least if you ask me. Obviously, if I fall, hopefully, I should be able to land in water. But if I don't, I'm going to fall into the void. And that'll be the end of all my things. So, step 1. I need to double up this ring. There we go. Now, let's throw down some buttons on the underneath, because those are what stop the vines from growing. Because we're going to throw in vines to break the fall, that way it's all even. That way when they do fall, they should be hurt but not dead. Okay, vines in over there, vines there, vines there. Perfect. And before I get too much tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the video, make sure I get this right, because it would suck really, really bad to get this wrong. So, I'm going to work on the rest of this thing, hopefully not fall to my death, and I will see you once I've got something that looks vaguely functional. Okay, I've got all the wiring and the plates and the corner pieces so they don't spawn on the corners. Now, I've just got to, for the life of me, not run into that. Because now I've got to place blocks in front of all of these pistons. And this is the part where I can get knocked off. So hopefully, that doesn't happen. Before I forget, which would be really dumb of me at this point, I need to include this. Ow! I missed. Let's build up a little bit. Let's go over this way. Because in fact, I placed that in the wrong place. I need this to go right on top of this block, I believe. That keeps them from spawning. On top of these. That jump is nerve-wracking. But yeah, I think everything's all wired up. So now, I think the only thing left for me to do is to go down and commence to seeing if they drop. Now, before I do something ridiculous like that, I'm going to go ahead and stop here, check the video and make sure that I'm not forgetting something really, really incredibly obvious. So, I'm going to very precariously hang out right here, double check the video, which is by Doc M, by the way. Doc M is a very talented YouTuber also. So, anyway, I'm going to double check this video, and then I'll either head back down or I'll do something up here. We'll see. Alright, so the video seems to indicate that that's all I needed to do. It's probably not, but I'm going to go ahead and take this pillar down and then wait at the entrance of the Ender killing platform and see if things start dropping. If we're lucky, they'll start falling any second. If I'm unlucky, nothing will happen. Come on. Following some additional research, it turns out that Doc M's design, which I was following, is based on Endermen spawning on pressure plates, which is a thing they don't do anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to replace that with tripwires. Admittedly, I haven't checked to see if this works either, but I'm gonna give it a go, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to have to completely reconsider how I'm planning to build this thing. Hopefully, it will work suitably, which is to say, at all. Because if not, I will be too sad. So let's go ahead and throw these in here. Throw in the string in the middle. And see what happens. Because I've never messed with tripwire, to be honest. So there's those. All those are hooked. Now what happens if something spawns on this is it'll push out part of them. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so I need all three of these to go, huh? How do I make the middle one go? Not great at redstone. Does this work? You guys who know what you're doing are going to yell at me. I just know it. Yep, that was not functional. So, what happens if I throw in a repeater in place? And then the redstone. Does that do it? No. That does not solve my problem. Well, I mean, I know for a fact I can just run it around the back. It's not going to be the most efficient way of doing things, but I suck at redstone, so it'll probably just have to do, unfortunately. Alright, so this can go to here, and this is the, again, this will be the part where that gonna make this platform even bigger, because obviously, very obviously, I can't just leave this. So I can go around, and then around, and then my redstone repeater there. And now, if I break out these so I don't die, if I put the string in and hit it, all three of those go out. I'm alright with that. Obviously, I'm going to have to extend this all the way. I'm going to have to extend with more of these slabs to try and cover it, but I think this will be suitable. And I think I can actually save myself a few blocks and not have to, well, I don't think I have to get it every direction. Right? Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and guessing on camera, and I'm going to start building these things, and hopefully you guys don't yell at me too much. Be back. Alright, I'm going to throw in these blocks. That's not what I wanted at all. I'm going to throw in this cobblestone to return the pushers back to how they were, and clear out my scaffolding, and hopefully I haven't messed this up again. So I'm going to climb down, and we're going to find out if there's any Endermen at the bottom when I get there. They'll have to chase me down, obviously, but you get the idea. Anyway. Success, nerds. I got an Enderman to spawn. From here, I'll have to figure out how to make it more efficient and even possibly climb back up and make extra tiers, but I'm certainly not going to do that in this video. I've done quite a bit of work on this today, so hopefully you enjoyed it. The completion of the Ender and the walkway through the end. If you did, please be sure to let me know in the comments below, and with likes and subscribes and all sorts of other nice things. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.